Where?
Bro, we have narrations, bro.
Right. Okay. So you have hadith that say Muhammad split the moon.
No, I never said Muhammad split the moon.
Yeah, you did.
I never, when did I say Muhammad split the moon?
I asked, did he do miracles?
Yes, the moon split at his time.
Did Allah split the moon through Muhammad?
No, but
Like for example,
Allah split the
like
moon.
like you know how Moses split the sea?
Mm-hmm.
How God split the sea through Moses? Moses putting his staff in the water, then boom. Did
Yeah.
so? Did God use Muhammad to split the moon? Like, did Allah tell Muhammad, "Hey, man, raise your hands to the sky, and the moon will be, and I'll split the moon," as a sign? Like, did he do that? Anything like that?
Honestly, I don't know.
The answer is no. The Quran is clear, bro. The Quran says that Muhammad is just a warner. That's it. He's just a warner. And it actually goes even further. This is chapter 17, verse 59. It says, we refrain, this is what Allah speaking. We refrain from sending signs because they disbelieved in the signs of old. So Allah says in the Quran, we're not going to give these people a sign because they disbelieve the signs of the past through the other prophets. So we're not going to give Muhammad a sign. These people don't deserve it. They'll just disbelieve anyway. But you're just a warner. So the Quran says Muhammad didn't do any miracles. If you go on Hadith, I'll be honest, I can tell you this. If you go on Hadith, it'll tell you Muhammad did miracles. But then you have a problem. If the Quran says no signs were given to Muhammad, but then you got Hadith that's saying that Muhammad did signs and miracles, what do we go with? So there you got the Hadith directly contradicting the Quran. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense, bro?
No, not really. I gotta see the context of that verse.
What doesn't make sense?
May you see that again?
What doesn't make sense?
No, I just said I don't know. I gotta see the context of the verse.
The context is they're asking Muhammad for a sign. In chapter 17, verse 59, Allah said,
Your mic's on mute.
the verse says in 1759, we refrain from sending signs. What's difficult to understand about that?
Yes, but that's talking about when they were asking for signs.
So, if Allah doesn't give him a sign and says that he's just a warner, what does that tell you? Did he perform miracles or not?
Yes, but that verse is talking about when they were asking for signs.
This is crazy. Y'all's Quran will say something very clear, and then you guys will literally go against it.
Yes.
What is that? Is there like something in y'all's drink or something? And Nothing stops us from sending signs except that the people of old denied them. And we sent the she-camel to Thamud as a clear sign, but they did her wrong. And we sent not the signs except to warn and to make them afraid. So, what keeps Allah from sending signs to Muhammad? Is that the people disbelieve. Nowhere in the Quran is Muhammad a miracle worker. Matter of fact, all over the Quran, Muhammad is just a warner. Allah didn't send any signs to him. They even go so far to say, why hasn't anything come down to you like that of Moses? Why hasn't nothing come down to you like Moses did? Moses received miracles. We saw, God appear to Moses. So Muhammad's not even a prophet like Moses. Out goes Deuteronomy 18, huh?
Yeah, man, I gotta do my research on that.
So far, Paul 3, Muhammad 0. So when Muhammad has no witnesses to his revelation, no witnesses and no approval by other messengers or apostles, Muhammad doesn't have any miracles to prove that God is with him. And Muhammad has a lot of worldly things to gain, money, women, power. He gets a lot of benefits in his prophethood, while Paul doesn't. Here's another thing. Did you know that Muhammad was bewitched?
Yeah.
Muhammad was bewitched. Paul was never bewitched. Matter of fact, Paul casted out demons and healed people who were bewitched.
Yes, but Allah sent down on him Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas when he was bewitched.
The fact that you believe a prophet of God who's supposed to be protected by God can be bewitched is crazy.
Yes, he does. He does get protected by God. He gets protected.
How is he protected if he was bewitched?
Yes, Allah sends down on him Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas.
But how is he protected if he actually gets bewitched? If he's protected, he wouldn't get bewitched in the first place.
Yes, he gets protected after.
So he wasn't protected at first.
No, that's why Allah sent down Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas.
Do you know what the Quran says about people who get bewitched? Like, for example, bewitchment, you would agree, is the power of the devil, right?
Bro, but I literally just answered your question, did I not?
No, you didn't.
Yes, Allah sent down 2 surahs protecting.
Okay. So Allah helped him after he got bewitched.
Yes.
Let me ask you this. You agree that bewitchment, witchcraft, are the powers of the devil, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Let me show you what the Quran says about the powers of Satan. Who can be subjected to the powers of the devil? This is chapter 16. I'm going to start at verse 98. It says, so when you recite the Quran, seek refuge with Allah from Shaitan, the outcast. Verily, watch this, he has no power over those who believe and put their trust only in their Lord. So Satan has no power. His powers won't work on those who trust in Allah and believe in Allah. Watch this, verse 100. His power is only over those who obey and follow him, and those who join partners with him, with Allah. Those who are polytheists. So according to the Quran, the only people that can be overcome by the powers of the devil, where the powers of the devil could work on them, are those who follow the devil, those who follow Satan, and those who ascribe partners to Allah. Those are the only type of people that the powers of the devil can work against. Muhammad was bewitched. The powers of the devil worked against Muhammad, at least for a time. So that means that Muhammad falls into the category of those who followed Satan, at least for a time, until Allah helped him out.
Wait, what chapter was that?
Chapter 16. Chapter 16. Verse 98 to 100. Specifically 100. Satan's power is only over those who obey and follow him. Muhammad was bewitched. The powers of Satan worked against Muhammad. So therefore he was a devil follower. He followed Satan. What's that, 5? Muhammad's 0 for 5 right now against Paul. No witnesses to his revelation. No miracles. He gets worldly gain from being a prophet. Money, women, power. He was bewitched. And while Paul casted out those who were bewitched, had power over witchcraft, over the powers of the devil. And 5, this would prove that Muhammad was a follower of Satan because the devil's powers worked on him. Muhammad doesn't compare to Paul. Here's another one. Paul met Jesus. Muhammad didn't meet Jesus.
No, Muhammad did.
Muhammad met Jesus?
Yep, they prayed together.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Wait, but didn't Paul see Jesus as a light? And then in the Bible it says the Satan disguises as a light.
No, he didn't see Jesus as a light. He saw a light that blinded him. When he saw him, but he met
Yeah,
Jesus.
same thing.
No, it's not. Anyway. So, do you see how Muhammad has nothing on Paul, bro? No miracles, bewitched, succumbed, overtaken by the powers of the devil. No witnesses, no apostolic witness and approval, money, sex, power, influence, all granted to Muhammad through his prophethood. So much to gain.
Wait, what about Muhammad's prophecies?
You still want to make a case for Muhammad after all of this?
Of course, bro.
Why? My question now is right now for you. In light of what we just went over, why don't you trust Paul, and why do you trust Muhammad over Paul, who clearly is better than Muhammad?
Because Muhammad came with proof. Bro, Muhammad came with the Quran, he came with prophecies.
And Paul came with quite a few books in the New Testament. He came with prophecies, miracles.
Okay, but I thought only God knows the knowledge of the unseen. So,
Oh, you just proved that Jesus is God because Jesus says in your Quran that he knows the unseen.
if God could give him the knowledge of the unseen.
Oh, okay. Muhammad was illiterate. Paul wasn't illiterate. Paul knew the scriptures. Muhammad didn't know the scriptures, never seen them because he was illiterate.
I got a genuine question for you. How do you think Muhammad prophesied the stuff he did?
He didn't. He didn't prophesize nothing. Can we keep going?
Yes, he predicted the headphones.
You said that with a smile. Muhammad predicted headphones.
Yeah.
You know what he also said? He also said that sperm will survive within the womb for 40 days and 40 nights before it becomes a child. Before it starts to develop.
Where do you get that from, bro? You just made that up.
You're right, I made it up.
Where is it saying in the Quran? That's not in the Quran, bro.
No, I made it up, bro. I made it up. But if he did say that, like, that would be like crazy, wouldn't it? That would show that he's false, right?
Did you not just say Quran?
No, I didn't say Quran. I said Muhammad said.
Oh, my bad.
But like, if Muhammad said that, that would be crazy, right?
I mean, if it's, well, the source is authentic, is it a da'if hadith?
I'm just asking, if Muhammad said that semen lasts in the womb for 40 days and 40 nights, that would be crazy, wouldn't it?
I don't know, would it? Bro, I'm not a scientist, bro.
And clearly neither was Muhammad. By the way, guys, I was joking. I didn't make that up. Muhammad really said that multiple times. Why are you scared to answer, man? If Muhammad is over here lying...
Oh, come on, you gotta show me source at least, bro.
Why? What's the point?
Because maybe you're taken out of context.
Nothing that I show you, bro. Everything that I show you, you're just gonna have an excuse for it. You've already shown that you can't be honest. So, like, well, it's just, there's nothing here for us, man. There's nothing I can do for you, nothing you can do for me. To you be yours. May the Lord guide you, man. But now you know that Muhammad can't even untie the sandals strap of Paul's shoes. He's not worthy. Now you know. So whenever you ask a Christian, why Paul over Muhammad, you know now. The question should be for you that you're thinking of, as I let you go, is why Muhammad over Paul? Why are you choosing someone who's so obviously a false prophet, someone who's bewitched, someone who didn't do any miracles, someone who got money, women, and power from their escapades and for them saying they're a prophet? Someone who had no witnesses to their revelation, no approval by other messengers or apostles. Why trust this person who goes against the teachings of Jesus and the apostles and the prophets, who contradicts them at every turn? Why go with this person over Paul, who's the opposite? That should be your question, all right? Take care, bro.